And we're into it with Nuke! Little Nuke action! We didn't see this last time between HEET and Sinners, but it's a good map for HEET. And, well, Sinners, after a very disappointing loss on Overpass, so very close to taking that to OT, will have to try and regain. At least I get the CT side to do so here, Alan. And it looks like we're going to get a lot of players up on top of the silo to come try and greet them over mini.
I think Zero is going to be in for a rude awakening as these players cascade over. Oh. Well, one of them is not going to make it that far as that body hits the deck. Make it 2. Zero is coming alive. Look at those headshots. Jax has no idea where he's even taking shots from. And Afro is destroyed. What on earth has Zero just done?
That was all one magazine. He never reloaded. He never reloaded. Didn't need to. That was filthy from Zero. Looking clean on the USP. That's the kind of round to propel your team on in. Just headshots. Nothing but headshots. You love to see it. Great start for Sinners here.
Well, Eco, don't feel the investment. They want those AKs in the third.
I mean, fair, right? Didn't even get a kill. It's not like you can buy a P250 and be like, well, this is my kill reward. Not gonna happen here. Zedco cleaning up outside. Trying to go for the headshots. Wants to play whack-a-mole. And he will eventually get it. Okay, took a few bites of that apple, but Zedco now has his clean 4-0 scoreline to start off the map.
Carrying for a FAMAS and an MP9. No AWP for Forzy. Shouldn't limit them too much. We're still on Nuke. There's plenty of options. And of course, he's map pick, so we're really looking to them on this T side. What's the approach? Slow and steady, fast and aggressive. Pistol maybe sets a tone to come. That couldn't really be any quicker. And look at this from Afro. Already close outside, but they've lost XCs on the lurk. Oh, these smokes, Mike. Where's this gap come from?
Bit of a gap. But hey, still nice play from Sinners. Zero getting aggressive through HUT early on. This is, I mean, a little uncharacteristic for Sinners. I love it. I love the fact that we're getting some early aggression, some early momentum. Man advantage here. Body has worked his way into the heaven position. Shock's down below. So this duel, this could get interesting. And actually, the spacing could get weird too. If Body overlooks Shock, the bomb is coming to join him. Joko could get caught. Timing's going to be everything here. They go up the ladder. They're going up the ladder. Instead of taking the outside route, they're going up the ladder. Here's the chance for Shock if he can drop the bomb. Oh, they're both going to come down.
My God.
And that actually works out beautifully. Shock has to reposition at the worst possible moment. That could have been everything in the round. Instead, there's still a chance here. It's tough for HEET, though. They've lost Jackson lobby. E-stick forced out by the Molotov. Can't deny this bomb plant. The bomb will go down. No, they're out decon. And actually, that's completely denied. Body gets the 1-for-1 trade, but now he knows he has all of the players to deal with, and he is overwhelmed. What a round for Sinners. What a way to get the first gun round through.
That was wild. That was wild. I think HEET straight up missed a smoke there on outside. I don't think a CT molly extinguishing a smoke would have been the culprit. So that's an early mistake. And XC's completely blindsided by that early aggression. So Sin is hitting hard on two fronts. Quite amazing. It even went to a 1 versus 2. And he couldn't convert. Just the pistols and the arm, a bit of utility. Smoking on that Molotov to allow for the cross. Body's going to make it down towards Secret, but this is already a fake. Ramp is going to be the point of contention.
Shock might run out of bullets here. What was that last one? Doesn't even need to see you to get the kills. Apparently, ammo was not the concern there. Just how quickly he could get that ammo out and into the heads of his opponents. Zero. Ooh, snaps over. 1 HP to survive. This is an auspicious start for Sinners. I mean, all 5 players living there. It looked like the pistols were going to be overwhelmed 1 or 2. Not the case. Not at all. This could not have started better.
3 deaths as we're entering round 5. Quite the omen. HEET of... that all came in 1 round, didn't it, as well? So,
yeah.
yeah, they've not done a lot of damage. The CT economy looks good, and something has to change thick and fast. Early smokes raining over. But look at the aggression. Forzy's peeking by red. We've got another player under the silo. And Jocko does half clear it, but it's not good enough. Spacing's bad, and Zedko punishes 5v2 off the beat.
This CT side is a revelation from Sinners. This is a revelation. They're so dynamic. They're so aggressive. They're playing with so many different looks here. This time it's the aggression outside that just shuts players down. Outside the silo, HEET aren't even being allowed to get into their initial look, into their initial plan. They're not even being allowed to default. The hits just keep coming, and they don't stop coming. But at least Afro may have a chance to hit the ground running here. He's going to expect the player out by red. Even if he gets his kill mini, he should be traded now instantly. And yes, that's going to be what happens. Forzy's got it. It's so good for Sinners here. Bit after bit, these early punches all keep landing. HEET are reeling.
Time to burn some pauses, I think, and have a discussion. Lose many more in this fashion, and this half is over. There's just way too many buys coming your way from Sinners. Another half from HEET. Plenty of utility. Couldn't go worse than the last in the sense that they couldn't find any frags, so... What's the call this time? There's some early outer nades, but... Forzy just swings. Early peek. Nothing's going HEET's way right now.
Well, the no good, very bad start for HEET. They're going to hope that this goes away in the next. I mean, sneaking a bomb plant somehow, some way here would be nice. They're going to try and pinch lower to do so. Don't fancy their chances personally, and neither does Forzy. So, you got nothing in this round. Maybe some flashbangs in towards ramp. There's only one player here. Maybe Shock. So, easy to do that. Shock makes a blunder and catches the full flash, and you get a kill and a chance to race for a bomb plant. That's the optimistic look here. But for HEET, they've just been blanked. I think that maybe they're taking a little bit of the classic existence pause here, right? Where you chill out and you discuss things while you're just holding your pistols in a round where you don't expect to win. Talking things through, settling down, Mathan getting in the conversation. Perhaps. Shock not going to be threatened remotely in this one. They don't even use the flashbangs. They had 2 flashes and a smoke. They just walk into his crosshair, and Shock is relatively happy about that one.
Kill count hasn't improved a great deal. Entering round 7,
kill,
and they've got 4. Yeah,
they got a 4th kill.
That's game over. Honestly, I can't keep going this way, or we need to start talking about Ancient. This is catastrophic from HEET. What do you even do? Nothing's worked. Nothing's even come close to working. It's not like we did this move and found an entry. Let's do that again. That hasn't existed. Wow, what a tough spot to call from with your body.
This is a much more passive look though from Sinners. They're not making the initial move. They're not getting aggressive on it. They're chilling for now. Shock is going to be tested. He doesn't have any support close by, so Shock has to deliver, and he's deleted. Now that's the path towards lower open. So here's a chance for HEET. Here's the first thing that's actually worked for them so far this map. They've got the space towards lower. They are going to be down. No one's even rotating quickly here for Sinners. Zedko, the closest player, and well, he right now is just going to try and make sure that vent's actually clear for his teammates to come in and help. And meanwhile, while this bomb's going down, HEET still has control of the ramp room. They've still got a player up top as well in body. There's a ton to work with here for HEET.
Oh, flash doesn't go wide enough.
Awkward. Oh no. Oh no. This retake is swift. It's fast. It's furious. A 3-on-3, and that's a good kill from Afro. That settles things down. That calms things down. That locks Forzy and Zero realistically out of this round. They're even saving, despite the insane quantity of cash they still have. But this will be HEET on the board.
No reason really not to go for it. Because so much cash. Jocko. Well, they just needed an individual to get something done, and Jocko is the man. Ram smoke fades, and he absolutely destroys Shock. Well, it's a nice round. It was a nice round in isolation. But you can't escape the fact that there is so much more work to do and there's so many buys to come from the CD side. Here's the adjustment. Shock says, you reckon you can take me out in one bullet? Well, I'll take the one-shot kill machine and play a different position.
Squeaky door blown off. Seems like we're going in the ramp, and Shock is ready for that one. Double off up, and, well, they actually may have the space here. Shock's been so good on that rifle. But here with the scope, he's still going to get his, but he won't be able to keep them out of the B site. Faster play here from HEET. Detected a weakness towards lower, and they want to get into it. And they are into it. I'm down. Not a ton of utility. No Molotovs, most critically here for HEET. So Sinners will get a real chance to try this this retake. They're so wary of a lobby lurk, though. This is where we see that methodical, slow Sinners pace of play start to come back in. They need to get an entry in. They need to get something on towards the site. They're all coming from the same direction. Okay. Well, just forget about that one for now. All right. Execution in. Bodies getting the kills. Those are the important things here. They need to get on the bomb before too long. Jax is watching for this, though, so there will be no possibility of it. This one's over and done with, and everybody will be eliminated for the CT side. Don't worry about what Afro did. Don't worry about it.
I don't want to think about it. That was...
It's fine. This is fine.
In terms of my physical pain threshold, that was way over the top. That was... wow. That was crazy. What a round. He lose the first kill. Sinners essentially refused to rotate that quickly. I know Beastic got down, but there wasn't any help. Yeah, it's kind of like, for Sinners, everything went exactly as they wanted. Orp on Shock is playing from hell. He gets a kill, stays alive. Gets the info, and they just can't adjust. They just can't adjust. And HEET, they were penned in on the bomb site. Somehow still come out on top. That is actually a little bit scary for Sinners. Of course, it started so well, but that round clearly didn't go as planned.
These last couple, right, we've seen them maybe where those first few were so dynamic on this CT side. I don't know that the double up necessarily suits them. Shock's been so effective on the rifle, so he's going back to that A1S. We'll see if that changes up the look, if maybe the double up was what was hampering them. I'd love to see Sinners get a little aggressive on something around here, just show us that look. But it seems that now that the guns are out on the other side, they don't necessarily want to do that. Oh, Zero could be. He's posturing in towards Hut. Well, he does try for the peak, but this time he's checked. Still, I like the idea. I like the fact that they're going for a little something, that they're not just sitting on their haunches. Problem is... Well, it didn't work this time. Didn't do the thing. For's the Afro. Duel for the ages.
Afro's gonna peek this, man. Afro's gonna peek this.
Someone's gonna. Nope. Not without a flashbang. And they won't peek it at all. They'll just leave. Zeko's got a lot of control outside. They're coming his way, but he's out by the red box. He doesn't have any support. The op could maybe swing out to give him a little bit. We are going to need to see Zedko deliver. He's been good through the beginning. And now actually Forzy's coming in to help him. This is the focus outside. Forzy doesn't have the gap. The Molotov is going to section them up. And Zedko, timing on this peak is everything he gets to. He's back off. Oh, not quite the third. Looked like he was good for it. Love the idea. Love the play from Zedko. But they do force the op down lower. Not down lower, rather, but inwards. There is a player down lower. It's a body. Where do HEET actually want to finish this? They're all over the place. These players are completely isolated.
Has to be A with this time.
Seems like it's going to be a pinch A. Yeah, 15 seconds. Here it goes. Exorcist wants to find the ground. Forzy's posted. Forzy pulls off, and they get the 2 kills. No time to spare, but they've done it. They've won the round.
That's amazing. Player gets off the vent as well. Shock. I think you should just save Mike. They're on the edge of a buy. They could use this extra rifle. And that nade doesn't kill Jack. That's unfortunate. I find one, but there's so many to deal with. Makes it look semi-doable. That could put him onto a lesser weapon in the next. I enjoyed that round from HEET. I enjoyed that round, of course. Zedko conspired to make it difficult, but they faked it. They ran one player down secret. Collapsed on towards A. And even despite the time, that player comes up the vent. And you could just see Vorzy looks the wrong way at exactly the wrong time because of the split coming in. So that was definitely the best round yet. And it's been a marathon. It's been a monstrous marathon, but they have actually dwindled the money.
They have. Faster than I would have expected, considering how built up it was. Early exchange here, but that's okay. They lose a MAC 10. They take out a 0. Beast got a cheeky spot. Flashbang dodged. Come on, he says. Please, please, please. Come out the hut. I swear, the water's fine. The air is lovely this time of year. I don't know what it's like over there in the UK, but it's finally turned to fall. Temperatures dropping. Not so cold just yet, but light jacket weather. This is kind of my ideal weather.
Would you not thought it's a bit radioactive though on A site?
I mean, just a touch. Look, nuclear power is remarkably safe. Maybe they're not wearing the correct protective equipment, but this seems like a state-of-the-art facility. I'm sure they're doing a great job.
Yeah, they've got state-of-the-art security. There's no way terrorists could get in and...
It is a little bit of a bummer that they blow up the reactors like every 2 minutes, but otherwise, I'm sure it's fine. Built to last, man. I mean, clearly it's built to withstand a lot of C4 impacts.
Can't fault you there. And it's stood the test of time. Few revamps. But roughly the same now for 20 years.
Gotta renovate, man. Gotta renovate. Speaking of renovate, Shocks will renovate some faces. Shock is doing a great job here in the ramp room. 4Z wants to stick around. Oh, almost would have had it, but couldn't stay in the flames. Needs the health. So instead, they're actually coming back. This is interesting. They've drawn Zedco lower. Jax is going to need to make a move, and he's foot stomping. They're running out of time. It's all on to Afro. Has to hit this shot, and he knows it. Pressure on. It's just about baiting out those clock seconds. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Afro can no longer win this round. And he's dead.
Is that in time?
No, before the timer. Before the timer.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, wow. That was close. Very close. Better from Sinners. Made it difficult. Not a lot of options for that terrorist side. And they really could have done with a bomb plant there. They're still going to invest into this, and I don't blame them. They never CT cash isn't good either. But what's the call now if you heat? You found a lot of frags actually off the back of like inner pressure, peeking out hut. XSC's found a good one earlier. This time faking the vent dive. And XSC's to Beastick see the feet. I can't believe he just snuck through there.
That could be a big problem for them. XSC's now down lower. It has been seen. 4Z, though, doesn't seem to expect him to be out already. XSC's gets the better of him. Now lower is wide open right for the taking. XSC's been making a ton of noise here, trying to get his teammates down, trying to set up the space already. Shock wants to recover this. Oh, he's trying so hard to recover this. Shock is putting in work on this map to try and make it viable. But he needs to get a new magazine in there because he's about to have a lot of bodies coming his way, and 10 bullets is just not enough. He's so good. Shock is incredible right now, and he takes another, and now the flank is on. Now the op's been dropped. Shock's gone to the sidearm, but he's still living somehow, some way. Body puts him down. That's awkward for Zedco. Smoke doesn't come out fast enough. Now it's a decent body, and a 2v2. They've somehow recovered this to a very winnable situation. But if they try and go up, maybe force back down. So there's still a hold from B-Stick up in the garage. Bomb needs to be recovered. I think it's by the double doors. That'll be grab body. Eventually finds it. Sinner's doubting this a little bit, but as B-Stick starts to poke down in towards Secret, they could be well positioned to pinch back into the site. Oh no.
He planted for that after plant. And
Oh
XC
no.
is already dead.
Has to be body now. Knows he needs a window in that door if he's going to play this. A little bit of a sightline, a little bit of vision. Smoke will take that away from him. And now he's just going to play the tap. He's just going to try and play the tap. Molotov will even force him off of it. Body's completely lost himself in this. Trying to make himself a nuisance. He'll succeed. Time getting short here. Time getting low, but Zero delivers them salvation in time.
That round was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Shock is alone for, I want to say, 40 seconds. Where they knew it was B and Shock was alone. And he finds 2 kills. That second kill was filth. Even the first one onto Jax opening the door was absolutely ruinous. Oh my lord. Shock has saved them so hard. He has saved them so hard. They should have lost that round. They should have had no money in the bank. And here comes the pause as Heat have a quick discussion. Do we want to reinvest and try and snap the cash now? Or play a slightly longer game? From a half that was utter dominance, this has become a game now of millimeters. These rounds are so close.
I'm so impressed with Shock's play, though. He's been lights out holding ramp room. He's been lights out when he's forced in towards lower. He's been so very good with that rifle. Don't give him the double up again. Don't need to do that. He's so good with the A1S right now. He needs the AWP. Been a big piece for the center side. But Alan, what do we do here if you're Heat on this limited buy?
Let body play. Let body play. He's got the AK. He's got the options. Looks like they're trying to do a bit of a main fake and let body sneak out. And there goes your rifle. No players even have body armor left. A few deagles in the mix, but this round has lost all its punch. And this is just over.
So 9 rounds, looking like they're on the board here for Sinners. Quite the recovery from Overpass. It's just looked like a different team, right? I mean, that's I think the most important thing, most important aspect of it. That even beyond just the round total, they've looked so much more dynamic. Well, Jax may let some time whittle off this clock, see if he can't find a kill. Give them some time to discuss, to think about how they want to approach this next round. But so far, so clean for Sinners. And indeed, it stays that way. So here you go. Economy built right back up. It was a little precarious there for a moment, but Sinners have done a great job of never actually having that eco break this entire half.
Come very close to that line. And look well set for double digits. He are going to invest. Body, of course, taking that hero AK in the previous. Has to restrict himself to just the deagle. And what's the call now if you're Heat? How do you change it up? How do you find an opening? Couple nades expended on A early, and it looks like they might actually pop this. Sitting in hut, they look ready to go, Mike.
Oh, Zero. He's got 2. They tried to go out fast. Joko did find his. But Zero with the denial, with the shutdown, the crunch in towards lobby, not necessarily effective, and Exorcist has slipped the net, and the bomb is down lower. Body's gonna plant this. Exorcist is not in position to help him just yet, but he's getting there. He's getting towards ramp as fast as his feet can beat. They'll withdraw. They'll play this from the ramp side. I like Body's position. Tied up by the glass. Good way to mitigate the limitations of the deagle. Set up Exorcist to be the clutch player. But he's going to have a bit of trouble spamming this. Knife blade swinging in. Spam not finding him, but he's alone. He's alone. Uh-oh. Body trying to play through the smoke. The flashbang actually catches his opponent, but eventually he will be found. Another round where it gets a little hairy, a little scary, but double digits secured all the same.
Yeah, we needed Exorcist to do something from ramp there, but he just dies immediately. Ah, Body. He was really close to pulling that off. Real close. Sinners make it just too difficult. Bomb plant with a lot another buy. But this is the half of what could have been for Heat. There were 2, 3, maybe 4 rounds with these close after plants, and they just can't convert. Sinners have that extra something. They have that magic they didn't have on Overpass. Where these late rounds are so favored. And the individuals... We talk about Shock, but Zero... Where's this performance come from? He's been monstrous.
It has been the trio, right? Zedco, Shock, Zero. Force has been great too. Just hasn't necessarily had to be tested as often. Been phenomenal. The firepower's just on a different level here. Zedco's collected his first. Oh, Force is being teased. He's being tantalized right now. And he's gonna miss. Uh-oh. 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 2 kills coming through. Big damage done on the other side, but they need to recover one of these. And the space has been lost, and they don't have control outside, so they can't rotate down easily. And Jax has just dismantled this round. Huge plays from Jax. It's all on to Zero. There's not plenty of money either, so they may need to save this gun just to get into the last round. It's a 1v4, so it's not a favorable chance anyway, but for Zero, it's about getting out of here. Zero? Oh. Does he expect Jax to have just stayed here this entire time? Does Jax now expect Zero to be on the other side of this? Who expects
No
what?
way.
They're just going to save a stone's throw away from each other. They could trade guns at the end of this. Let's get a better AK skin. Zero's going to find out.
He's going to be so angry. He almost half-checked it. But in the end, all balls are recovered. That's a pretty big result for Zero, given where their money's at. Where did that round come from Jax? He just assassinated everybody on Outer. He just decided, this is my domain. You don't play here.
One missed shot from Forzy. Right? He had that opportunity. He knew the player was there. He gets teased around. And when the shot actually comes through, the repositioning from Jax is enough to catch him off guard. And from there, dominoes fall, man. Jax hasn't had a lot this half. But hey, if that's the round of impact he gets, it's a pretty big round to find. Ecstasy Stone Vent. Positioning looking good, but Jocko and the bomb get collected. Bomb fortunately drops down, so that's recoverable. That's okay. Still a man down right off the rip. Not ideal for Heat.
Ooh, we need rotation, though. There's nobody down. Afro's got nades. You can put those onto ramp to enable a plant. Heat are hesitating. They're waiting for these two guys to do something. Beastig is peeking on top of the hut. This kill goes so far towards making this round possible. Body drops as well onto the lower site, and nobody's here. Mike Sinners haven't reacted. B is wide open.
Bomb finally being planted. Sinners. Can't save in this one. They will go for it. They will attempt this. XC says information on the next. After doing some good damage on the first. This is a tough situation for Zedco. Ramp players really need to get moving, but Jax is here on the lurk. And Jax might just be the backstab to end this round and send Heat through to the half. Afro might not even require it. All on a 4Z. And 4Z, one way or another, he's a dead man. So, we're off out of 10-5 half. A 5-10 half. What a display from Sinners on the CT side. But it's been the attack that has sent them into woes. So let's see if he can recover here. They can change their fortune. XSC's back to his dualies. He got absolutely clapped on overpass with these dualies. But this time, can he do the clapping, Alan? He's going forward into the fight, and the answer is no. Okay, all right, no clapping doing. None whatsoever. Afro next to hit the dirt, and Shock is continuing his early half form. That bomb is almost certainly going to be planted, and apparently Shock's going to get himself an extra kill before he does so. This man is just a monster right now, and there ain't nothing he can do to stop it. Apparently nothing whatsoever.
This is nothing. Wow. XSC's. The dualies often feel to me like hero or zero. Yeah, zero didn't even find a frag, and it's definitely zero in this round. That's actually a disaster. They needed that pistol to get rolling. Probably going to be a force by now, and that does indeed come in. And whilst it's not a requirement, winning becomes very, very difficult if they don't stifle this economy early.
Shock up to 19-9. He's having a heater of a map. Just pure individual rocking through. Her confidence has to be skyrocketing here. Smokes outside, lots of them. Body's position confirmed with some spam through said smoke, but there's no one who can actually stop them from getting down secret, so down secret they will go. Thank you very much. We will enjoy our stay here in the lower site. Well, Body is going to dump a smoke to try and hold them at the elbow choke point for a little bit. Got to imagine there's only so long he can hold them at bay with his lowly deagle and now no utility.
Need some help. Jocko's the nearest, and at any time Zero could spring. Player's face, monstrous headshot. Shock has brought the chill factor to this game. So composed and takes all the temperature out of Heat. This round is nothing. Non-starter.
I mean, they can't do anything to slow down Shock. That's a nice kill. Both because it gets you $900 in a kill reward and a Galil. So, Exercise, a nice find here. Parting gift, at least. There's no chance they're going to be retaking this. Not even a consideration at this juncture, but at least a gun to take through. Paired with the Scout and the MP9, you can do something with it in the next round. It is going to be 12 rounds on the board, though, for Sinners. Not looking particularly fussed against this force buy. Nonplussed. You know the thing about the word nonplussed, Alan? No one's ever plussed.
I don't think it's a word, is it?
I don't think it is either. It's like being disgruntled. There's no grunt. You can't be gruntled. I want to be gruntled.
This. Yeah. Well, it'd have to be something good. Gruntled. It doesn't sound good.
There's a lot of words like that.
Sounds evil.
Like, you can be unearthed. Can't really be earthed. Although that one makes more sense, because unearthed is like removing from earth. But you still can't be earthed. It's a great questions of the English language.
The best Simpsons episode is when Homer buys something that says inflammable and he thought it wouldn't catch fire.
Mmm.
I tell you what's not catching fire, despite the heat. The CT side.
No. And now Buddy has just let them know very kindly. Hello, I am here on the other side of the smoke, in case you didn't know that. But his Molotov will keep them at bay. So they're getting funneled back up top. They're taking this control towards garage. Means pressure's going to be on for Afro. He's repositioning. This could be awkward. Uh-oh. I don't know that he realizes how far forward they are. This could be really bad for Afro in terms of his ability to actually shoot at them before he dies. And indeed, down he goes. Womp onto the ground. Shock is just relentless right now. He is ridiculous. They got full control of ramp. 35 seconds on the clock, though. Sinners are starting to run out of time here. They do need to make a move. If they realize A's clean... Well, this could be over before you know it. That does seem to be the choice that they've made in through heaven. And well, their prayers have been answered. It's a clean sight. Zero's about to clean up this lobby presence, one would imagine. And with that, any hope that he had of getting back into this round has been snuffed. Unless you kill your teammate. The only one who could kill Shock was Zedgo. That's Shock's first death this half.
Yeah, I understand the force buy. You're so far down, you feel like you can reset the money and just wasn't meant to be. Shock just charged up those defibs and let loose.
Get away from the nades. Get away from the nades. Run!
Not twice in one round, come on. That would be heinous.
Still, I think at this point they'll have a good laugh over that one. Can't imagine Shock's too fussed about it. And we are running out of opportunities for Heat. On their map choice, they changed things up in this veto, right? They didn't want to play Ancient, so they went to the Nuke. And, well... I guess we'll find out in the third if they should have just stuck with Ancient all along.
What do we got then? Save Galil, MP9 in the mix, couple pistols. But not much to speak of. They had a lot more in the previous. Here comes the exec, flashes all over the place. Exec can't see anything, and actually, this is a fake. This is a fake. They're coming rampant. Oh, if Jocko was here to bait in the play on the boost, it could be great. It could be great.
It could be great indeed.
Oh.
Nope. Jocko hits his, but Molotov's now going to force him out of the angle, and Shock might just bring him the fight anyway. Testing them. Two players here. B-Stick's taking so much space outside in the meantime. This bomb is not going down. They actually don't follow through with it. It would have been great. There's no one lower, but of course, Sinners don't know that. So they'll adjust and wait for B-Stick to just shoot Jocko in the back of the head. Ouch. He's even already waiting for the player to come up secret. Timing going to be everything here, perhaps, but realistically, Sinners have the run of the place.
Oh,
and XSC's, the timing is so brutal there. He has no idea they're already out. And this one's gonna go the way of the dodo.
This is what it looked like at the start of the first half. It's just, what do you do? Where do you go? They're still so far behind in the kill counts. Pause comes in, all powered on Afro. He's got to find something. He's got to find something incredible. He's got to stifle this offense. An offense that has looked aggressive and proactive. And B-Stick is so confident with his lurks. Shock comes alive in the mid-round and he's just undeniable. I don't see a route back into this map for Heat. And to change my mind, it's going to take a great deal of convincing.
Say 5 rounds of it in a row?
Even then, they need to be dominant.
Even then. Tough customer here, Alan Hender. Let's see if he can find a more viable buyer in Sinners. Afro, that's one way to get started. B-Stick down early. He's been a nuisance outside, and now, well, he's dead. But do they expect everyone else? It's mostly been B-Stick lurking. Apparently they do. Afro posted for it. Should be a dead man. He is eventually, but he's done his work. He's done his work. And sets up his team with a prime opportunity to make something of this round, and it gets better by the minute. Shock. That's the first time he's been killed by an enemy so far this half. Previously, it was the teammate's HE that took him out of play. With Shock now down on the dirt, this is Heat. Starting to do that convincing. It's their first actual gun round this half. Reminder. It's looking pretty dang clean for Zero. This is about economic damage now. If he can find a couple kills, take a couple rifles out, prevent them from building any bank, that would be nice. But he's nowhere close to even getting the bomb, so winning the round, not exactly the expectation.
Nobody's looking hot.
Could get a free kill off of this. Here's the footsteps as well. Now someone's looking hot, I think. Okay, this could get real weird. He is going to get one. Looking for that second kill. 25 seconds. They can just wait on bomb. They know that. And he could just actually save what he's got. Better than the loss bonus for sure. One more shot from off the silo. See if he can pop ahead.
Ooh.
Otherwise, chill out here.
Look left, look left.
He's got it. He's got it. He's made this so expensive for them, and he lives. Uh-oh, Heat. Those were 2 kills you really didn't want to be giving up when the round was already done.
Massively increases the pressure on this one now. Because they're not going to have a lot of cash left once they invest here. Okay, well, that aggression works well. Afro collects the entry, stays alive. And from there... Heroics from zero, make it costly, but the round was actually never in doubt itself. So, first task accomplished. You can tick that box, but there's still a great deal more work to do, and Afro is on the move.
Smoke sailing out outside. Taking some space. Body is the closest player at hand. You got Afro down secret. Oh, no one was close enough to hear that tick, fortunately for him. The scope, though, that I'm less sure about. Now they certainly know someone's down there. A mini. Okay, all right. How did that wind up working out? Thought Body was about to kill 3. Instead, he gets nothing out of it. A little bit of fortunate timing, perhaps, for Sinners. Exorcist might be a victim of some of that as well. They know he's here now. No getting away. Knowing that a player's stuck up top, where do they actually want to go? They've surrounded the site. They've got all 4 corners of the map under control. They don't have any vision lower yet. But Sinners have a lot of room to work with.
So the only factor really in Heat's camp now is the time. Time could force an error. Now, Molly, I don't think it really worked. They're slightly scared to go up and into heaven. 20 seconds, Mike?
They gotta do something. Looking like overpass here. They gotta do something.
Exercise can straight win this round.
Situation. Zed goes up top. Zed goes up top. Cease is dead for nothing. What about Jax now? And Jax is gone. No time to spare. If he got caught on a pixel force, he might have just lost this round for them, but with 2 seconds still on the clock, that bomb is down, and Afro is trying to save. Map point will be taken through here for Sinners. They have looked relentless here on Nuke.
Not much to add. Barely a foot place wrong. Where was this? Sinners on overpass. They're just unstoppable. Heat might have found 6 rounds, but the number of rounds they were losing where they're not even in it at all like this. They're 1 or 2 kills. Never feel like they have an opportunity. Just get completely suffocated. And absolutely wrecked by the individuals. Shock has been monstrous. Zero's barely died. Deadco's been great. Forzy rarely needs to be called upon, but when he hasn't put a foot wrong. This is a Sinners that can play top 4 of this tournament if they keep this sort of form.
Yeah, it really is phenomenal. This is the team. These are the looks that get us excited for the squad. And I mean, this is a former Challenger League winning team. Different roster, different time, different moment, but you know what it takes to get a championship here, to get a spot in the Pro League Conference. And Zero has just found a brilliant entry, taking out the hot player. Pressure on, he gets the second as well. Should have had that, not at all. He'll finally be canceled out, but my goodness, was that too much damage out of the position. At least the rotation for Heat seems to be in the right place, because it's looking like a ramp threat, but player in vent. Exorcist up top. Exorcist nearly dropped. Sinners have rerouted in towards lobby. They don't want ramp. They got so much room given over. Afro gets a gun, at least. But he knows he needs to get a pick back. If they're going to have a chance into this round, he knows he needs to get something. He'll play the smoke fade. Zedko's watching for it, and Zedko's got it. Every day of the week, just it goes from bad to worse. It goes from bad to worse. It's all on a Choco now. This bomb will be going down on towards A. Nothing he can do about that. So out of position here. It's been a rough map for Joko, and he needs 4 kills. He needs to double his kills in this moment, in this round, if they're going to keep fighting. And this is such a tough ask. Bomb will be taken away. Control of heaven will be in the hands of Shock. Everything that could possibly be wanted is working out here for Sinners. Joko will wander his way in towards many. His lone chance. He has no idea where these players are, and now his position is given up, and Zedko will not even need reinforcements. Sinners, what a shocker here to take us to the third.